I feel like ever since the AD trade, the New Orleans Pelicans have had a ton of talent, but they've just ended their season in disappointment every single year. Things were at an all-time high for them too after the AD trade because they got the #1 overall pick in what you thought was going to be a generational prospect in Zion Williamson in the 2019 draft, and he really hasn't lived up to the potential at all. So Zion is still a very good player in this league, but it's like when he can stay healthy, is there going to be any off-the-court issues? But he's still just 23 years old. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be rebuilding the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm excited for this because, like I said, they have a ton of talent. Dyson Daniels, I think, has done a phenomenal job this year in year 2, has taken the steps on both sides of the floor. It sucks to see that CJ McCollum got hurt because he was fantastic to start off the year. I think a big question for us, though, is going to be, can Brandon Ingram, who just looks high in this photo, and Zion Williamson, can they coexist? Can they be a top 2 duo on a championship team? Can they be #1 and #2? Jonas Valanciunas is also a free agent at the end of the year. He's 31. Herb Jones just got a new extension. He's very good. I love him, and Trey Murphy. They could be the future wings on this team if I do decide to move Ingram eventually. Obviously, we're still in kind of search for a long-term point guard. I think Hawkins is more of a 2, but I really like that pick for them at the end of the lottery. So let's construct how I want this rotation to look. I think I'm out on Kyra Lewis, unfortunately. Obviously, I see the appeal in, like, Matt Ryan, but I don't know if he's going to play that many minutes for us. This team also has Jerry. So, yeah, I definitely want, I think, out of everybody here, I don't think Jerry is going to crack the rotation. Yeah, so we're going to get Jordan Hawkins in here. I think Alvarado can get, like, 14 minutes a night. We'll probably go, like, 14 to Larry Nance as well, and then we could do probably 19 to Hawkins. As much as I like Daniels, I don't want to start him just yet. He's going to come off the bench. System proficiency under Willie Green is 4-star balanced. I do think Willie Green has like the potential, unfortunately, to get fired at the end of the year. I think he's up there with like Billy Donovan, Wes Unseld. So I'm excited about this rebuild. I think we should have a lot of success, at least maybe, if not in year 1 going forward, because we still have some other draft picks as we ended up losing to the Grizzlies to start off the year. We do have at least 1 more Lakers pick. We have, what, 4 more Bucks picks. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that many. Oh, no, yeah, 4 Bucks picks. 25, 26, 27. What? 24. Oh my god, that's insane. So we ended up beating the Knicks by 12 here. All right, so nice win here. I believe the Pelicans won this game, yeah, in real life. And then we get blown out by the Golden State Warriors. 2K, can we please implement start today? When are we going to do it? It's almost December. All right, so we'll see if we get Zion Williamson or Brandon Ingram in the 2024 All-Star game. No Brandon Ingram, but we do get Zion, who is averaging just 20 points on the year, 6.5 rebounds, and 4 assists a night. The record of this Pelicans team is 29-20, so I'll definitely take that. The Western Conference can be very competitive at times too, so I do think we need to at least finish more than 10 games above 500 if we want to, I think, get at least the top end playing spot, or at least the 6th seed. Like 6th seed being like the ultimate dream if you're 10 games above 500. Because yeah, it can be pretty competitive. We'll take a look at the standings, and we just rattled off 3 straight L's. So right now we are currently the 5th seed in the West, so maybe not as competitive as I thought. So I will definitely take that. I think I may give this team like one final shot together. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. We have a bunch of guys just hover around here in the mid to high teens. There's Trey Murphy, the Valanciunas, Herb Jones, Dyson Daniels at 9.3 points. He's been a little bit more efficient this year, which is nice to see. Jordan Hawkins has been at least somewhat inefficient to start off his rookie campaign, but that's fine. We've seen guys be inefficient before in their rookie seasons. So I think this team could still do some damage in the West. I just don't think I'm going to trade McCollum. I think I'm just going to let Valanciunas' contract, I don't know if I should let it expire, because we might not even have cap space to upgrade that, so it would have to be like some type of sign and trade. But I don't really think I have a good idea now. Like, the best thing I could have gone was Nikola Vucevic, and I don't really want him just because he's getting paid a ton of money over the next 3 seasons after this year, or Jakob Poeltl, similar contract as well. So we're still 7 games above 500. Hopefully we can finish closer to 10 than 5. And unfortunately, Jonas Valanciunas is not extension eligible. Damn, I would have tried to re-sign him now for at least 1 year so I could have moved him in the offseason on draft night or something. So Quinn Snyder of the Atlanta Hawks is your coach of the year. Everything else kind of was somewhat standard, but hey, DeAndre Ayton was your 6th man of the year, I guess, because they started Robert Williams. Obviously, he is out for the year, though, in real life, which is unfortunate because I want to see Robert Williams healthy. I do think he's I don't even know if he's an underrated center because he played time in Boston. I feel like it's hard to be underrated in Boston. I feel like I'm really contradicting myself because I feel like Derek White's underrated in Boston. All right, I'm not really going to keep going on this topic right now, but we got nobody on any of these awards. We did get Jordan Hawkins, though, on all-rookie 2nd team. We finished the year as the 4th seed in the Western Conference, going up against the Golden State Warriors in round 1. I think the last time that these two faced had to be like 2016 or 2017 when AD was still on the Pelicans, and they won, I think, like 1 game. I think they won one on an 80-game winner. So here were the end of season scoring stats. Hopefully we'll see maybe Zion and Ingram separate themselves from the pack in the playoffs and can average like low, mid, high 20 points per game. So I don't think Jordan Hawkins is going to be in the rotation for the playoffs. I think we're going to stick with the 9-man. I think we're going to go about 10 minutes to Nance and Alvarado. I think we can go 20 to Daniels. I'd like to go 30 to Trey Murphy. I'd like to go 38 to Zion and Ingram. We'll go 33 to Herb Jones, and we'll go 34 to CJ McCollum. Still going to rock with what Jonas Valanciunas originally had. Game 1 against Golden State, and we ended up losing by 4 points. Zion and McCollum combined for 55. Ingram did not shoot the ball all that well. Who shot 1 for 7 in this game? Dyson! Come on, dude. Game number 2, we end up winning. There we go. We ended up winning by 6. Zion with 41. Let's go, Zion. Trey Murphy with 25 off the bench. Game number 3, we win. Let's go by 20. All right, we take a 2-1 lead. Brandon Ingram shows out, knocks on 10 free throws, scores 33 points. Game number 4 goes to the Warriors, unfortunately. Curry with 46, McCollum with 29, Zion with 24. Can we win game 5? No! They win 2 in a row. We gave up 155 points. Curry at 48. Yeah, they had Cam Johnson now. He had 26. And are we going to lose in 6? God damn it, man. All right, would you say this is a disappointing exit for the Pelicans? I think getting the 4th seed, I think alone would probably make Willie Green's job safe, but losing in round 1 and 6 does hurt a little bit. So you have the Nuggets and the Cavs in the finals, and the Nuggets win in 7. They go back-to-back. Jokic averages a triple-double. So LeBron James just headed to the Hall of Fame. It's like so 50-50 if he does retire after year 1. I guess that helps us out in the Western Conference, so I'm not complaining. Draft lottery time. We do have the Lakers first round pick, but I don't think, yeah, they were in the playoffs. So that pick is actually pretty low. It's at 26, so maybe I should have looked to move that at the deadline. We also have our first round pick at 23. Jazz 1, Spurs 2, Wizards 3. I think I'm going to keep Willie Green for just 1 more year. We have a very loaded kind of just assistant core. Like, I don't know if I would want to give James Borrego another head coaching job after what he did in Charlotte, even though I think he got fired 1 year too early. He would have done, I think, just as good, if not a better job than Steve Clifford is doing right now. All right, so we're here on the NBA draft. The Jazz get their franchise point guard in Isaiah Collier. Stephon Castle goes to the Spurs. Him and Wemby is going to be a nasty deal. So the West definitely just got tougher. Ademara goes number 3 to the Wizards. Magic at 4. They're going to be trading the pick. Are they going to get some shooting? Just as good. Alperen Şengün and Fred VanVleet coming in. And the Rockets take Alexander Sarr. And they get Jacoby Walter at 5. So is Jalen Green on the block? I actually would think about trading for Jalen Green. Wait, I also didn't realize we had 3 first round picks. We also have the 20th pick from the Bucks. Well, I'm not going to be able to play 3 rookies, so I think I want to trade up. All right, so I'm going to see if I can move Jose Alvarado and pick 26 for Julian Strawther, who was the first round pick from the Nuggets in this past draft. They are going to say no to that. What about if I just throw in a second? Does that get it done? Yes. So I clear up one of the first round picks in Alvarado. All right, so the Spurs have the 9th overall pick. I wonder if I can give them Larry Nance, 20, 23, and maybe this Bucks pick in 27, or my first rounder. I don't know if I want to do my first rounder next year. Maybe EJ Liddell. I don't know if all this would get me pick 9. We'll see. It does. Okay, let's go. So they get 2 first round picks. 10 picks later, they get a veteran center, and they get EJ Liddell to take a flyer on. Isan Almanza goes to the Hornets. Ron Holland to the Timberwolves. That's a steal. DJ Wagner to the Thunder. That would have been my selection, but Montes Buzela is still on the board. So is Justin Edwards. If you watch the Huskies rebuild, I have a love-hate relationship with him. I do like the idea of Donovan Clingan at the center spot. I do a lot. But over Montes Buzela seems kind of silly. But I'm going to do it anyway. Screw it. This may be a risky pick, but I'm going to take Donovan Clingan out of UConn. With Valanciunas becoming a free agent, he's 7'2". He could be our starting center on night 1 next year. So when did Montes fall to? He fell to the Suns at 12. How did we let that happen? That is crazy. So we're going to sign Clingan out of UConn, pick up the team option on Dyson Daniels. Kyra Lewis, we're actually going to give nobody here the qualifying offer. All right, so we don't really have much money to spend either in free agency. I mean, I think this is going to be our guard rotation. I honestly don't think I'm going to make any. I should probably get at least one more backup big man. I kind of like the idea of getting Alec Burks because I think he's an underrated player in the league for sure. But I'm going to take a flyer on Chuma Okeke for a 2-year deal. We'll see if they match it. They may. And they don't. Okay. So he's going to be, I guess, our backup. I don't know if he should be the backup big, honestly. That's a bad idea. Just the backup 5, Chuma Okeke. I could bring back Cody Zeller. I don't want to really. I don't think I wanted somebody like 33. I'll bring in Wenyen Gabriel. So Paul George goes to the Lakers. Would you look at that? Nick Claxton to the Rockets. Klay Thompson to the Clippers. Valanciunas to the Utah Jazz. Malik Monk to the Nets. OG Anunoby to the Pacers. That wasn't OG Anunoby to the Pacers, excuse me. Tobias Harris to the Pacers. All right, so we do see CJ McCollum regress a little bit. He does have 2 years left on his contract. Is there like an option? And nope, just 2 full guaranteed years. So we could look to move the contract in the offseason next year if we really wanted to. Zion goes up. Ingram goes up. We see a nice progression from Strother and Dyson Daniels, which is great to see. All right, so we'll try with Okiki as the backup 5 for now to start off the year. So it's going to be McCollum, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Klingon in the starting 5 with Trey Murphy, Daniels, Hawkins, Strother, and Okiki off the bench. System proficiency under Willie Green is going to be 3.5 stars. I'm excited to see how this team performs this season. We started off the season with a road loss to the Grizzlies once again. We did that last year. Home game against the Nets, though, we blow them out. I almost said the Knicks, and then we ended up losing to the Warriors. All right, a very similar start to last year. Beat the Blazers by 1. Trey Murphy had 32 in this game, and then we lost and got blown out by the Chicago Bulls. That's embarrassing. So we see Zion Williamson make his 4th career All-Star game this year. We are 11 games above 500. Honestly, shout out to Willie Green for that record, because I do think like that's a little bit better than I thought we'd be at around this time. Just because like McCollum's getting older, we also Jonas Valanciunas, we have a rookie center in Klingon, and we just had a 132-126 win against the Kings, who have Russell Westbrook. Oh my god, did they trade De'Aaron Fox? Why is he not there? Ingram at 30 and 11 in this game. For Ben Simmons and a lottery protected first round pick. I have the trade negotiation difficulty on 80. If I had it on 10 and I tried making that trade, I think it would be the only way it could go through. Because if I had that on 40, I don't even think they would accept that. So Ingram, didn't really mention this, is a free agent at the end of the season. He is playing a little bit better this year than last. I don't know though. His 3-point percentage has dropped. So maybe there'd be a sign and trade in the offseason if I did want to move on from him. But also just looking at like the overall player stats this season, Zion is leading the team in points per game at 23, 8.5 and 4.3 assists. Trey Murphy at 16 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, shooting 47 from the field, 38 from 3, 93 from the line. There's McCollum, 14 points and 5 assists, 37 from 3, 45 from the field. Jordan Hawkins, 9.5 points, 2.7 rebounds, 38 from 3, 87 from the line, 45 from the field. Herbert Jones, 9.2 points, 3.1 rebounds, 45 from the field. Daniels still kind of hovering around that 8-9 point per game range. He really hasn't taken a step in year 3. Julian Strother, though, has been pretty efficient for us, which is great. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any trades, but I think in the offseason is when we'll kind of switch things up if it doesn't work out for us in the playoffs. So Luka wins MVP. He just seems to be winning it every year now in 2K. Collier's your rookie there. He was the #1 overall pick to the Jazz. It looks like they found their franchise point guard. Jaden Hardy, 6th man of the year. Depoy goes to Evan Mobley. Scoot Henderson, most improved. Clutch player of the year, Luka. And Ime Udoka, coach of the year. We did get Donovan Klingon on all-rookie second team, so second straight year with an all-rookie second team member. We are the 6th seed this year, so we dropped a little bit in seeding. We're taking on the Blazers in round 1. Definitely a winnable series for sure. Don't feel like they're too much better than us as a 3 seed. Kind of looking at the standings here, we finished with 48 wins. Last year we actually finished with 47, so we win 1 more game, but we drop 3 seeds. Just how it can be sometimes. We only had 4 guys score north of 10 points per game. So I don't think I'm going to play Okiki for the playoffs, which is really going to limit us some size. I think Julian Strother is going to get more minutes than Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins. They're both going to get about 17. We're going to go 22 to Strother. Probably go 30 to Herb Jones, 35 to Zion and Ingram. And then we'll keep it like what it was for CJ McCollum. So can we beat the Portland Trailblazers and advance to round 2? All right, well, this might be a wake-up call. We got swept. Game 1, we lost by 3 in overtime. That hurts so much. Wow. Game 2, we get blown out by 29. Game 3, lose by 2 touchdowns. And then game number 4, we ended up losing by 8. That's gross. All right, I mean, like, McCollum, I think his time might be done here. Strother struggled. That's unfortunate. He was so efficient throughout the regular season, then really struggled in those 4 games. Daniels struggled as well. That's not good. Jordan Hawkins, though, played pretty well. Ingram, I think, played fine. We may be making some big moves this offseason. I think the team's going to look a lot different in the 2026 season. So Jalen Green, Western Conference Finals MVP. Maybe I should have traded for him. And then the Rockets ended up winning in 6, beating the Sixers, and Jalen Green's your Finals MVP. He was pretty good. Who did they trade for again that I was like, oh, like, wouldn't they move Jalen Green? Was I thinking of, like, the Spurs and Stephon Castle when I said that? Like, I don't know. Oh, maybe it was Jacoby Walter they took, and that made me say that. But then they ended up trading Fred VanVleet anyway. So they traded Şengün and Fred VanVleet and then won the title the year later. Oh my god, though. We may get the #1 overall pick. Please, lottery gods. Please. I need the #1 overall pick. If, like, I don't, like, get the #1 pick, even if I do, I may look to trade that pick. I could attach that with CJ McCollum, and we can get a solid big three of Ingram, Zion, whoever we trade for there. Or I could draft that player, wait till like sign Brandon Ingram and a sign and trade and attach him with that player. That could net a pretty good package. All right, so let's see if that pick falls to 5. This is the Bucks pick from the Drew Holiday trade. Okay, it does not fall to 5. Let's go. I'm like 99.99% sure there's no protection on it. And we, I think, are going to end up with a top 3 pick. Let's go. Yeah, there's definitely no protection on it. Pick number 3 is the Spurs. So we're either going to get 2 or number 1. And let's see. Are we going to get the number 1 overall pick? Nope. It falls to 2. Okay, that's fine. The Hawks end up with the number 1 overall pick from the Kevin Huerter trade. All top 8 picks are from another team. 9 out of the top 10 picks are picks from other teams. So, like, these teams don't even own these picks. And that's just how the NBA is going to be, like, in a couple of years, I feel like, because there's just been so many trades involving teams' picks as of late. I think we're going to move on from Willie Green, sadly. I offered 3 different head coaches different deals, and we get Frank Vogel and Will Hardy to accept. Mark Daigneault declines. I'm going to actually sign Frank Vogel. Has much better ratings than Will Hardy, and I think could fit our team a little bit more for sure. We also have our pick 2 at 22, which is nice. Do I want Trae Young on this team? I don't know. What about if I give the Indiana Pacers 3 first-round picks, 4 actually, and CJ McCollum? No. Is he just untradeable now in 2K? That's such a shame. I don't even think I can throw in anybody else. Like, I would give you Herb Jones, all that. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. Could we maybe get Darius Garland, though, from the Cavs? I would give you all these Bucks first-round picks in the future, and boom. Okay, there we go. So we just traded the 2nd overall pick for Darius Garland, who the Pelicans could have drafted, but they traded down from 4 later in the top 10 of 2019 with Atlanta, and then Garland went number 5. So, yeah, we make a big trade there to get a franchise point guard. Let's see who the Cavs take number 2. Oh, my God. Cooper Flagg did not even go number 1, and they didn't even take Cooper Flagg at number 2. He goes to the Spurs. This has to stop happening. This happened in the Vancouver Huskies expansion rebuild. So we were able to keep pick 22 in all this, and I'm going to trade it to the Brooklyn Nets for an expiring Zach Collins, making $18 million a year, which is brutal, but it could be a lot worse for sure. So Vincent Iwundu, 2nd round pick, sure, we will bring back. Daniels, Hawkins, Shawther, pick up all those team options. Trey Murphy, we're going to give the qualifying offer to for sure. We're going to hopefully bring back him and Brandon Ingram. And we get Ingram back 5 years, 144. Honestly, I think that's a steal of a contract. And I offered Trey Murphy a 4-year deal, but he's going to accept something from the Sixers. 3 years, 38. Obviously, that's a clear match for me. We also have our mid-level exception to use. And I'm going to use it on a 40-year-old Chris Paul because why not? I don't even know if he would be in our playoff rotation. He's probably going to regress so much. He only regressed 2 overalls, which is nice. Man, this team can for sure win a championship next year. Yeah, I don't even think Chris Paul is going to be in the rotation to start off the year. We'll go Garland, Jones, Ingram, Zion, Klingon with Murphy, Daniels, Hawkins, Collins, Strawther off the bench. I think Collins 10 minutes a night. I think Murphy 25, and then I'd like to give some more minutes to Brandon Ingram. System proficiency under Frank Vogel's defense, we are going to be at 3 stars. That may change. And let's hope this team can kill it throughout the regular season this year. We start off the season with a dub against the Spurs. Hell yeah. Can we beat the Sixers? Come on, let's start off 2-0. Let's freaking go. Zion Williamson off to a great start. So we get Zion Williamson making the All-Star game for the 5th time in his career. Paolo Banchero and Cade Cunningham are both first-time All-Stars. We are currently 37-12 to start off the season. We are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Zion, Garland, and Ingram are the top 3 scorers. Then you got Trey Murphy. Donovan Klingon's been much better in year 2. I feel like we have a really solid bench and we can ride the hot hand at any moment. I actually think I'm going to be making one major move at the deadline. I'm going to try to trade. All right, so I'm actually going to make a pretty big move here at the deadline. We have Strawther. We have Hawkins. We have Trey Murphy. We have a lot of wings off the bench. So I'm going to go out and make this trade. Dyson Daniels for Jalen Duren. They do not want to do that straight up, which, okay, it's fine with me. I will give you my lottery protected 1st round pick. Does that get it done? All right. I thought this would have gone done easier. All right, never mind. We actually got to start throwing stuff in. So the Pistons would actually do this. They would give me Isaiah Stewart, who I don't even know if would crack our rotation. I'll give you Zach Collins. So we're going to do this trade. I want Jalen Duren. Klingon's going to move to the bench. So, like, we have 2 insane reserve players not even in the rotation right now, with those 2 being Chris Paul and Isaiah Stewart. So, yeah, we could definitely ride the hot hand. I think getting Jalen Duren can help me win a championship for sure. Because you guys know he's the 2K god, he's the 2K GOAT, he's the 2K Shaq. Let's win a title here in 2026. So Victor Wembanyama wins MVP this year. Man, he's so good, and we're going to probably have to go through him in the Western Conference. Nikola Topic is your Rookie of the Year. He is a beast. I would develop him in 2K. Justin Edwards, 6th Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren, Depoy. Justin Edwards, Most Improved. Cade gets clutch. And Frank Vogel, baby, in his first year, New Orleans, Coach of the Year. And we get Executive of the Year, too. Is it still David Griffin there? I think so. There's Halliburton. I really wanted him, man. We did get Darius Garland, though, on All-NBA third team. Hell yeah. He averaged 10.5 assists a night and was 50, 40, 90. That's what I'm talking about. What an elite season from Darius Garland. We end up as the 1 seed. The Spurs are the 3 seed. Hopefully them and the Thunder will just beat each other up. But we do have to take on possibly the reigning champions in round 2 in the Houston Rockets. Let's hopefully just get out of round first, as our leading scorer was Zion, leading rebounder was Duren, and then leading passer was Darius Garland. We're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, so this is not an easy matchup by any means because they have... Whoa, they traded for Trae Young. Okay. I think they gave up Karl-Anthony Towns, and they drafted Ron Holland. This team is sick. Oh my god. Throw McDaniels at the 4 or Naz Reid. But oh my god, this team is an insane 8 seed. We do win game 1 though by 30. I'm going to mess with the rotation a little bit though. So I think it might be like Strother and Klingon 15. We're going to go like 18 to Jordan Hawkins. We're going to go probably still 25 to Murphy. I would just like to give more to Ingram, Zion, and Darius Garland. So let's just go up 2-0, please. Nope, I messed with the rotation, and then we lose by 11. Game number 3 goes to the New Orleans Pelicans. We end up winning by 24 points. All right, we had 3 guys scored north of 20, or at 20 exactly, and we go up 3 games to 1. What a fourth quarter comeback by us. We outscored them by 15. We were down by 8 going into the fourth, and we are going to win in 5. We won game 5 by 7 points. Garland with 30 and 8. Hell yeah. We're taking on the Rockets in round 2, the reigning NBA champions. It's a good team, man. And then you got San Antonio, who just barely beat Golden State in 7 yet. They're going to be so good for so long, so I need to win it all this year because they're going to be getting better and better each year. We blow out the Rockets in game 1. Can we go up 2-0? Let's freaking go, man. We won by 1. You got to win the close ones, and we're doing it. Game number 3 goes to the Houston Rockets. Okay, they won by 12. I'm fine with another gentleman's sweep. Don't let them tie it up. Damn it, they tied it up. All right, well... Here we go. Every home team has won so far, and we take a 3-2 lead. That trend continues. Hopefully, it ends right here in game number 6, and boom, we win in 6 by 22 points. I'm scared. I'm scared because we got to take on the San Antonio Spurs, who have Tyus Jones. Oh my god, how did they have Josh Giddey too? Oh my god, Cooper Flagg, Vassell, Stephon Castle, I forgot. Oh my god. What? They could throw Giddey at the 1, Castle at the 2. This team is insane. What? Oh my god, we have to beat them this year. They're going to be getting so much better as the years go along. Garland was so good in the second round. Please win game 1. Okay. Thank god. We won by 21 points. We had 4 guys score 20 or more. 5 scored 19 or more. Game number 2 goes to the Spurs, though, by 6. All right, so we split them in New Orleans. Vassell's dropping 30 against us. Game 3 goes to the Pels by 10. Please win game 4. Please. Yes! Thank you. Thank you. We're up 3 games to 1. Come on, win in 5. There we go. All right. I was a little nervous facing them, but here we are going up against the Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes was your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. They beat the Pistons in 7. It would have been cool for the Dyson Daniels, Jalen Duren revenge series. The Pistons have De'Aaron Fox now. Okay, so he spent time in... Wasn't he traded? Oh, was it? He was trading for Ben Simmons. I thought it was with the Nets, but maybe it was with the Pistons. Game 1 against the Raptors. We pick up the dub. Oh, wow. We blow them out. That makes me feel very confident about this series. We blow them out in the first 2 games. Is this going to be our easiest opponent? All right. I may have spoke too soon. Jakob Poeltl, team high 17 points, and they beat us in that game, but we go up 3-1. And folks, are we not going to blow a 3-1 lead? Please, please, boom. We win in 5. Let's go. Darius Garland, that was the championship acquisition we made last year in the offseason. And boom, the Pelicans win the 2026 finals. This is a pretty cool big 3 of Zion, Garland, and Ingram. Would they all be able to stay healthy? I'm not too sure. But you got Jalen Duren, Herb Jones. Honestly, for like the next 20 years, I wonder who would win more titles, the Pelicans, the Spurs, or the Thunder. Let me know who you think would in the comments below. Also, let me know what team to rebuild next. There's still a couple more teams I got to do for the first time in 2K24. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like if you did. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.